order. We need to add something to the agenda, which is the election of officers.
That's right.
Oh,
So Chris, if you want to handle the president, and he can take over.
Okay. Do we have any nominees for president?
I nominate Ken Barrett president.
I second it.
Is that okay?
You want to rotate or something?
I guess I better ask. It doesn't matter. I'm still sticking with it.
So we have a nomination for Ken and a second. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, we have a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Ken, you continue to be
All
president.
right.
Congratulations.
Okay, nominations for vice president or treasurer?
Treasurer and secretary.
Yeah, treasurer.
Is it you?
I'm secretary.
Treasurer
Right now.
is Davis.
Yeah, I'm the treasurer. I'll nominate myself.
Are we on treasurer right now?
Yeah.
I'll nominate Davis as treasurer.
I'll second it.
Right, there's a motion and a second for treasurer. Any other nominees? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Davis, you're treasurer.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Okay, nomination for secretary.
I nominate Beth Pishker as secretary.
I second it.
There's a motion and a second for Beth to continue as secretary. Any other nominations? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations.
Well,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, approve the minutes from the meeting on January 11th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the board meeting held January 11th, 2022.
I'll second it.
Motion second that we approve the minutes from January 11th as written. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Claims.
I make a motion toward the approval of list of claims, January 25th, 2022.
I'll second it.
Motion second to approve the list of claims for January 25th. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Purchase orders.
For you have a list of 8 purchase orders. First purchase orders to Leaps. It's copper tubing for stock for $7,017. The second one is to Midwest Meter. This is meters for stock for $686.40. The third is to SDI, which is Security Door Incorporated, 3 entry door replacements. This is at our distribution building to replace entryway doors that have a lot of damage both on the door and also on the frame. This is in our business plan for capital improvement, and this is for $11,833. Number 4 is to Truck Centers in South Bend. Truck number 14 needs its turbo replaced. It's a diesel truck and the turbo has to be replaced. The price for that is $7,435.74. The 5th purchase order is to Midwest Meter. This is brass for stock for $8,041.36. The 6th one is to Granger. This is an air rock drill. It's a pneumatic drill that we use when we're looking for main breaks for punching through pavement. This is in the capital improvements plan for $2,555.08. The 7th company to Efficiency Production. This is a trench box. This is a trench box for laying water main. Our current box is in poor condition and cannot be repaired to be safe. So this was in our capital plan to replace it this year for $16,635.85. And number 8 is to Weir's, it's truck 14. They diagnosed the turbo issue, and then they did some other they found some other electrical issues, and that was $571.24.
Where's Weir's? Where's Weir's?
Out on 39 by the toll road.
What's a trench box again?
It's a shoring box that protects the workers when they're down in the trench.
Oh, okay.
It keeps the walls from collapsing in.
Okay.
The one that we use for laying water main is almost the length of this table.
You'll see them on the sides of the road, it just looks like two sides with connection bars. Basically to hold everything away from the people when they're in the depth.
Okay.
And I'll make a motion to accept the listing of purchase orders.
I'll second it.
Motion second, we approve the purchase orders. Any additional discussion?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, Chris, how's our supplies been? Are they still difficult to get stuff, or are you still having to wait a while?
It's still it is still slow on things. So we're trying to be proactive and get our materials ordered
And keep them in stock
before
at
we
least?
get low in stock, so that we have time to wait for that stock to arrive.
Okay.
Good deal.
Nice.
Any other comments, discussion? We got a motion second, we approve the purchase orders. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, financials. Yes.
Just run through our cash flow for the month. We took in a total receipts of $719,679. Our disbursements of $435,896, not including our monthly transfers. We spent $24,401 on inventory items and capitalized $8,946. Left us with an ending balance for the month and year of $1,080,082. And on page 3, our source of supply and pumping lines over forecast. We had 3 payments, 2 to Dixon and 1 to Awwa for our tank painting. I think that's the final payment, weren't they?
Yes, it was.
So those fell in there for the month. For our water treatment, we had some other repair items, backflow boiler that we purchased for a couple $1,000s. And on our general line, we had a $6,000 payment to Arcadis, and then we also had a $6,200 payment to WTH for our annual support. Left us with a net loss for the month of $66,122. And our income for the year turned out to be $695,428. On page 4, our contracted services line here is high, and that's where the Arcadis and Awwa and Dixon items all fell under contracted services. Everything else is pretty close to forecast and where it should be. That's actually all I have, unless there's any questions.
Any questions?
No.
Hearing none, all those, someone like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the financial statements dated December 2021 as presented by Chris Wolf.
I'll second it.
Motion second that we approve the financials as presented for the period ending December 31st, 2021. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Got a good year.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Should be proud of everyone. Okay, the low-income household water assistance program.
Okay. In your packets, you have a memo that I sent along with a copy of this agreement. Basically what this program is, the federal government has authorized assistance for low-income households to keep their water on or reconnect after being shut off. The Indiana Housing Community Development Authority has provided this agreement to allow these funds to be used to pay these bills. Basically, the household has to meet income qualifications, which is 60% of the state median income. They can only do this once a year. Basically, what happens is if we sign this agreement, when a customer is either about to be shut off for non-pay and cannot afford to pay the bill to get caught up and can't work out something with us, because we usually do work with customers on something like that, or if they've already been shut off and they have a significant bill that needs to be paid in order to be turned back on, this program will pay the bill directly to the water utility, and then we would then turn the customer back on after we receive the payment. They have to apply for this, the customer would have to apply for this grant. It's being processed through the North Central Community Action Agency for the LaPorte County area. So they're the ones that will be determining whether or not the customer qualifies to meet for this program. After it bounces back and forth between this group and the state agencies, we will then receive a payment. And once we have the payment, then we'll have 3 calendar days to turn the water back on. So the only major concern we really have in this is that there may be an instance, and I think it'd be extremely rare, that a payment would show up very late on the last day before a long weekend, like a holiday weekend or something like that, to where 3 calendar days would be an issue. So I don't, and in the conversation that I had with the person downstate on this process, they didn't feel that that was a likely scenario. I did have our attorney review this contract. It's a boilerplate contract. They're intending to use the same contract with all utility agencies that they get this program for this program across the state. I did check with the sanitary district, and they didn't see any major issue with it, since we don't turn the customer on until we actually receive a payment. So we're not operating on a promise of a payment or anything like that. So basically what I'm requesting the board to do is to allow me to sign this agreement so that we can provide this option to the customers that qualify for it.
I have a question on page 2 under the term.
Retroactive?
I'm wondering, right? Because it's saying it covers between, obviously, the date that we are already past.
Right.
So how does that work?
Basically, they have to be in a situation currently where they're either about to be shut off or they are currently shut off, and they have a huge amount of that they owe us. Part of that is because this came to me late in the year after this, even after this October 1st date. I started the process of reviewing it, and also sent out to the sanitary district for their comment. And then it took a while to get everything back on this. Plus, we weren't getting too many customers asking about it either, but now we are. So, make sure we can make this available to them.
Okay.
What happens if a customer's, you ready to turn them off and this is in process?
If we're ready to turn them off and it's in process, I guess it depends on what point we are in this process. If it's just the final check before it's submitted to us, we can hold off on shutting them off. And then if we don't get the payment, then we shut it off.
There's no turn-on fees?
This program will cover any of the fees associated, so if they are already turned off, the shut-off and turn-on fees would have to be paid, or could be paid by this program for the customer.
Who notifies the customer that this program is available?
That is between the state of Indiana, the federal government, this agency, and the customer.
I mean, maybe like the township trustees may have something like this available as well.
They do have a program.
Right.
They do have a program
So
as well.
if a citizen needs help, they would go to the trustee may know that this is available,
Right.
possibly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That works.
And you're good with it, and you said, is it Barry? He looked at it as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions?
It gives us a way to recoup money that otherwise would be out the window for us. Yeah.
Yeah. Some
we
of
need to
these
give you
could be some of
direction?
the write-off situations that we run.
You need direction then, right? You need direction?
I need, basically my request is for permission to sign this agreement and begin this process.
I'll make a motion to allow our Superintendent Chris Johnson to sign the Low-Income Household Water Assistance Program Act on behalf of the Michigan City Water Board.
I'll second it.
First and second, that we approve the Indiana Low-Income Household Water Assistance Program and allow our superintendent to execute. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Good.
The next item, I wanted to let the board know that we do have the AWWA annual conference, be in Indianapolis. It is the week of April 11th through 14th. Usually we travel down on Monday the 11th, and we would return on Thursday the 14th in the afternoon. In the past, board members have elected to come with for this. And so basically, I just wanted to see if any of the board members were interested in attending and make sure that there are no issues with, at this point in time, there are 4 employees identified for attending this. That's myself, Greg Burnett, Dave Paul, and Noah Jones, because we're licensed operators, so we can gain contact hours for maintaining our license as well. And that's traditionally what we've done, is had the licensed folks go down to get the contact hours they need.
Well, I know I'm interested. I've already set the days away. It's a great learning experience.
And you don't have to tell me today. If you want to take a look at your calendar and see if this is something you want to be able to do, just let me know in the next couple of weeks by the next meeting, because the hotel rooms do go fast, so I'll make sure that we can get those.
Well, thank you for that information.
Is that French Lick, isn't it?
No, this is in Indianapolis.
Indianapolis?
Oh, that's better.
It's only a 3-hour drive.
Oh,
So I like French Lick.
All right, everybody aware of that old business?
Under old business, I just wanted to provide some updates to some projects that are outstanding. Twilight Drive, we have received payments, and there's another one en route. Once I have that payment, then I'll be getting the engineering price brought here before the board to move forward with that project, get that project started. You guys had already approved that extension down a little further down the road, so. South Shore double track, I'm expecting a construction schedule anytime now, so that we can start planning out all of the work that we have to do in conjunction with all of the work that Nick D's contractor has to do. So it's going to be very busy, definitely. We have a couple of potential developments. We're still working on the recently annexed area on US 20. There's another area between Paz and US 20 that we may need to extend main to. That's still in process, so once I know more, I'll bring it before the board. And then last night at the county council meeting, I believe there was funding set aside and approved for getting the water main and sewer extensions south of 94 and for the County Road 300 and 421 area. And then also for, they're looking at extending main out to the US 20, US 35 and I-94 location for future development in that area. So once I have some more information on that, I'll be bringing it before the board. And that was all I had for old business.
Anybody else got any old business? Or new business?
Under new business, I wanted to make the board aware that Brian Merrill of Harbor Trust will be at our February 8th meeting to do the annual presentation of the pension trust position. It talks about the financial position of our pension. At this point in time, I do not know when we will have the meeting for the actuarial like we did last year, which is the One America, McCready King. Last year we had both of them here together, but this year probably won't be doing that. And then the only other thing I had was I was going to let the board know that Ms. Igus was our new council liaison, but she's here. So.
Welcome aboard. Thank you.
We've worked together before.
And that's all I had.
Okay. All right,
Angels are calling.
anybody else have some new business?
No.
All right, public comment? Is that called public comment? Director's comment? Okay.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the Tuesday, January 25th meeting of the Mission City Water Board.
I'll second that.
Director, second, all those in favor?
Bye.
Stay warm. Stay warm.